Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some Everlasting Summer. In last episode, we apparently, because of anime and plot lines, Oleana fell asleep on us after telling scary stories, because that's how that works. And so then we had to do an army crawl around the library, and now we're at the canteen after everyone was looking for us. Ah, Simeon, where on earth have you been? You have been. I waited for you all night long and have been searching since early morning. Oleana told me that you left the library together yesterday. I looked at Oleana. She was grinning acrimoniously. ... Well, we'll deal with this later. Have you seen Shirk today? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're on this part. Oh, God, no. Okay. Nope, what's the matter? We haven't been able to see him. We haven't been able to find him since early morning. Disappearing pioneers. That's something new. Hold on. Okay. Discord. Well, that's something new. But he was with you yesterday. She was talking to Electronic. Yes, he was. So he woke up in the morning and he wasn't anywhere to be found. No. Why didn't you come to me immediately? Well, I thought that he got up earlier and went to wash up or something. Did he mention anything yesterday? Interjected Slavia. For example, that he was going somewhere, for instance? Nope. What exactly is so horrifying about this? It's only 9 a.m. He might have decided to go for a walk. You don't know, Shirak. She looked at me seriously. Well, no, I don't. But I didn't see anything suspicious in the situation. Okay, let's stop panicking. We'll find him. But how could he miss breakfast? Oleana grinned. Exactly. Time to eat anyway. The pioneer proceeded into the canteen. But I was stopped by Olga Dmitrieva. And you, Sinyan, please stay here. Yeah? Would you care to explain where you've been all night? Hold on. I'm still getting Discord messages. I don't know why. Well, this is the thing I hadn't thought about. Sorry. Okay. Okay. This is the thing I hadn't thought about. True, this couldn't have gone unnoticed. I could have thought of some clear explanation at least, but I hadn't. Well, me and Oleana were placing books on the shelves, and she locked me there and ran away. I was stuck in there until morning. I was in the library today, and I didn't see you there. I was kind of aware of that. Well, I left quietly. And why is Oleana telling me something completely different? What might that be? You know what her stories are like. Yes, you might be right. The camp leader paused for a moment. Just don't think that means I believe you. I didn't think that. Okay, well, we'll deal with this later. I won't forget. It's more important to find Shirak now. Yeah, dismissed. Yet again, I had no choice where to fit in. The only three places were a table with Elisa and Oleana. Take a seat. Put in the chair next to her. I sat down. Are you gonna eat your food? Good idea. I hadn't thought about that. Today's breakfast hadn't looked much different from yesterday's, but it looked more appetizing. Or maybe I was just very hungry. Or maybe I was eager to finish it off as soon as possible to avoid yet another Oleana prank. Want to go to the beach with us today? When? Right after breakfast. Generally speaking, relaxation isn't on my agenda today, but if I was gonna spend my time thinking, why shouldn't I do it with getting a suntan? Well, sure, why not? Ah, cool. She smiled nicely. I bet you're planning another prank. No, not at all. Oleana waved her hands at me. She sure is. Alyssa grinned. She's always like that. No way. I think she's right. Nobody believes me. Oleana took her tray of dirty dishes and stood up. Enjoy your meal. She said it in a way that left no doubt nothing good awaits me today at the beach. Me and Alyssa were left alone. You know, I guess I shouldn't go with you after all. Why is that? Well, I've got something to do. And what exactly could that be? She looked in my eyes and I couldn't find an appropriate excuse. I don't even know, some scoop. Squim swoop. Try mine. You think it would fit me? Give it a try. I don't think it's worth the effort. Don't be a wimp. We'll find you some swimming trunks. The words only add to my fear. Wait for me in the canteen. I'll be back soon. Okay. There's nothing wrong with waiting for her, is there? Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs. Pioneers, all having their own business, hurried past me one by one. Nobody stopped by me. Not one even looked in my direction. It seemed they couldn't they didn't consider me a stranger, but exactly the opposite. Just another teenager their age, their comrade, you could say. I caught myself thinking that I had started, ah, that I had started to consider this camp, and it happens not, with not as much caution as I did in the first day. Indeed, Alyssa was back in a couple of minutes. Ready? Ready for what? She gave me the trunks. Though you could hardly call them trunks. They were pink boxes decorated with butterflies and flowers. Actually, they were boxes. I'm afraid to ask, but where did you get these? Too scared to put them on. Well, you know, I have not the slightest intention of doing so. I appreciated her joke, but but wasn't gonna make myself a laughing stock. Put them on, she said roughly. Why don't you try them on instead of me? I think the colors of the swimsuit would definitely set off your eyes nicely. Let's make a bet. I had no desire to make her bets. No thanks. Alright, you either go to the beach wearing them or you swim naked. Weighing the pros and cons, even the second option seems better than the first. I'm not planning to go anywhere at all. Then I'll tell everyone that you left the trunks in my cabin. Why would I do that? How should I know? She burst into laughter. I didn't want to argue with Alyssa, but so I decided to go to the beach in the end. Not in these flamboyant trunks. Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't be late, she ran off saying that. I dragged my feet to the leader's cabin to get a towel and to hopefully find something like trunks. Olga Dmitrieva was waiting for me in the room. Simeon, did you hear anything about Shirok? Same as half an hour ago. I walked to my bed and took a towel. Are you going somewhere? Yeah, to the beach. Wait, do you have swimming trunks? You came here without any luggage, as I recall. Strange that that fact didn't seem to surprise her during our first encounter. No. So what will you wear? Good question. What? I don't know. Wait a minute. She walked to her wardrobe and unlocked a drawer. And the moment she had a pair of normal black trunks. Where'd she get those? More importantly, why? Someone from the previous session must have forgotten them. There's like all the strange things in this cabin. I mean, it really wasn't surprising to find men's trunk in Olga Dmitrievna's room. Really, it isn't. Thanks. The trunks were just my size. Wait, what is this? I just looked over. I have no clue what that is. But okay. I got changed behind the cabin and went to the beach. A lot of pioneers had already gathered there, but I recognized only Alyssa and Oliana. Come here! I walked over to them and sat in the sand. I see you found something better. I stared at my trunks and smirked. As you can see. Come on, let's swim. I don't want to. Maybe later. I'm not a fan of swimming. Suit yourself. You're not really a fan of anything, are you? Simeon. Why did I come here? Well, I'm not looking for answers. I don't know. Should I care about this now? Soviet yoke seems normal. Certainly a lot of strange things have happened to me during these 3.5 days, but not one of them, taken separately, seemed at all supernatural. Especially since I didn't get any closer to finding as much as a clue. On the contrary, everything seemed as if that has happened has only confused me more. What alternatives do I have? I won't get any truth from the local residents. Hold on. So I'm gonna open up this World Guides, and I thought I saved one. Let me go. Story or lore. Oh, that's not the one I want. Sorry, I'm going through. It seems like I can get... I think if I don't choose one girl, I can get a Simeon good ending. Sorry, I'm trying to get to this walkthrough so I could know what I need to do with Oliana. crap, what? I can't remember what day it is. Crap. Oh, okay. Yep, day 4. Okay, I think I know where I am. Okay, what alternatives do I have? Should I try to leave this place? But how far can I walk? Considering that I don't even know where I am. Arguably, yeah, that is a very good point. You could be in the middle of Russia and just start walking. You're probably not gonna find anything. In time, the girls came back. Oleana held something in her hand. Look! I looked up and saw a crawfish. Just a normal crayfish, sorry. Oleana lay next to me and started to torment it. Leave the poor animal alone. Why? It's just a crayfish. So what? It has a right to live too. I'll rip off its claws and ask the cook to boil it for dinner. And if we have nothing else to eat. I looked at Alyssa. She seemed to be totally uninterested in Oleana's fun, the poor sea creature. Tell her! What's wrong? It's just a crayfish. It deserves it. It looked at the girls. It looked at the girls missed their lesson on nature in primary school and lacked empathy for the environment. Give it. I snatched the crayfish off of Oleana. Suit yourself. I was a little surprised that she didn't resist. I looked into the eyes of the poor animal. I didn't trust anything at all. Well, arguably it did before, but I thought that if it could speak, it'd certainly be outraged. Maybe we'd even go to the UN Convention of Human Rights. To tell the truth, I wasn't even sure if that would help. I took the crayfish to the river and set it free. That's not what I want. Never mind, I'll catch more. There's plenty of them in here, said Oleana. No doubt about it, I mumbled. Time passed and I was getting sleepy. I fell asleep. I don't remember what I was dreaming about, if I was dreaming at all, but I woke up when someone shook my shoulder. Olga Dmitrievna stood next to me. Did you come here to swim too? I asked, still half asleep. No. It's almost time for lunch and we still can't find a Chirek, the leader said, standing before me in a wet swimsuit. And I want you to look for him. It seems like I'm the only pioneer in this whole camp. I was sincerely outraged. Every time I was getting clear that Olga Dmitrievna considered me her errand boy to be used like a slave, or vice versa. If I came to you, then I want you to help me. Why exactly me? However, after giving it some thought, I decided to agree. After all, my shoulders and back got sunburned while I was sleeping, and searching for Shurik would let me get acquainted with unexplored locations of the camp. Okay. It was not exactly right to wander around wearing only swim trunks, but so I got changed first. ... Also, why is there a bike here? I'm guessing it's like Olga Dmitrievna's, but like, why do you need? The camp isn't that big, so I guess if you, like, obviously you just only go cycling, that's fine. But like, as a mode of transportation, it's not very good. Well, arguably, why is there a shed with whatever the heck this is? That looks like a fire. I think it's just a fire extinguisher. And then you have a beach chair under. Okay, I guess it's reasonable. Why not just use a normal chair? Beach chairs aren't that great, I think. Hold on. Let's see. It's like the clubhouse on the map, then refuse, do nothing, and stay seated. What? It's day 5, right? No, it's day 4, I think. I don't really know. Wait, can I just stay here? Hold on. Okay. Let us save the game. Let's go to number 3. I don't have anything here. I guess I can just stay here. But stupid idea. If Shurik was hiding anywhere in the camp, he would have been found out by now, of course, assuming he wants to be found. So I hardly think that I can help. Together with this thought, I entered the camp and stretched myself out on a bed. Am I just gonna fall back to sleep? Nothing good will happen if Olga Dmitrievna finds me in here. Stop! Enough! Am I some just trembling creature? Do I have rights? I don't want to do anything anyway. The day was just as hot as the previous one, and the only thing that I want to do is stay in bed and wait for lunch. I was just falling asleep when someone knocked on the door. Come in! Slavia stood on the doorstep. Olga Dmitrievna isn't here, is she? No. And what are you doing? She asked with suspicion. I looked over myself laying in bed and said, lying down. I can see that, but I heard Olga Dmitrievna ask you to find Shurik. Well, yes, and what's the point? I'm sure she already turned the whole camp upside down. Not much time has passed. Why should we panic? You know, stuff could happen. She looked at me thoughtfully. Get up. Do I have to? I was so worn out that even the thought of going somewhere frightened me. Yes, you do. Slavia is not a person who I could say no to. I stood up reluctantly. I went out to camp with her. We stood at a doorway for some time, relaxing the beams of the summer sun. Though I was rather frying. Where did we go? I have to look everywhere. The idea is great. The first stop on our route was the library. I was at the library, but nope, library. Sorry. Slavy went to Xenia, sitting at the table, and spoke to her. I was in the doorway. I didn't want to communicate with the librarian any more than necessary. Let me just check. Actually, hold on. Okay, it is day 4, so I don't think I actually have to do anything special. Got food poisoning from the candy. That's all I have to do. So, nothing. She shook her head. As expected. ... The canteen. We still had enough time for lunch before lunch starts, so there was no usual crowds of pioneers. It was empty inside and outside the building. While Slavia was talking to the cook, I was sitting and playing with the salt shaker. Some salt spilled out of the pot. Certainly, I would be worried if I was superstitious. Strangely enough, he wasn't here either. So it'd be unexpected if she had found him, for instance, in the refrigerator. Maybe he has a dead body in there. ... The next stop, according to our plan, was the infirmary. I decided not to go inside and wait outside for Slavia. No results. There were pioneers playing football on the sports ground. It would be hard for Shurik to get lost among them. Finally, we reached the clubhouse. You think you could be here? I think this is the first place people would have searched. Let's go in. Empty inside. I love how they have planes everywhere. Slavia opened the door and went to the next room. I followed her. It seemed to me to be a stupid undertaking. I don't know what this is. It seems like just a ripped piece of paper. There's all the flags of the nations in the USSR, I think. Oh, and the Warsaw Pact, sorry. Because there's Romania, Mongolia, Cuba, Vietnam, Hungary, Bulgaria, East Germany, Poland, Czechoslovakia, and the Soviet Union. It was strange, especially since it was Slavia's idea. I mean, I understood responsibility and so on, but isn't it obvious that he isn't in the camp? After all, he isn't playing hide and seek with us, is he? No one here either. What did you expect? He'd be sitting in a closet. Well, it seemed like I offended her. Sorry. But seriously, I understand. We have to check all the possibilities. Okay, listen. What do you really think about Shurik's disappearance? Yes. Maybe he went inside the forest and he was caught by a forest spirit. She laughed at that. What a fabulous story. However, in the camp, you never know. Yes, that's true. But now isn't the time for jokes. Cheer up, we'll find him. I hope so, Slavia smiled. Well, I still have some things to do. See you later. She'd left, but I was standing there for some time, staring at the cybernetics club closet. However, I was so inspired by Slavia's action, I decided to continue searching somewhere else. I have the boathouse, got the bus stop. Let me see, is there anything? Yeah, nothing. Okay. Closest one island, Long. Oh, we have the forest. Well, I guess we'll go to the forest. Because obviously Olga Dmitrievna and her pioneers started to search every nook and cranny of the camp. Roam the length beneath it. So probably it's not worth looking for Shurek in the canteen or on the beach, or the Cybernetic Club. It was his second home, or even his first. Thus, it might be worth looking around the surrounding forest. I didn't plan to go far into the forest, otherwise it might be me who there's searching for tomorrow. I don't really visit the countryside often. I just stayed in the country house every summer during my childhood. But that one was very close to the city. But in the camp, it was possible to find everything I hadn't seen for so long: overwhelming vegetation, seeing birds and fresh air. No longer in Moscow. I found a meadow and sat in a stump. How peaceful this place is. Where in the world is Shurek? Actually, he could have been taken against his will. The camp is far north. Is far from normal, so Pioneer's disappearance should not be all that strange. An intriguing possibility. Could it be a work of whoever force sent me here? Or is it just some separate local entities doing? Lost in my own thought, I hadn't noticed how the grass before me started moving. I looked closely and saw a squirrel. It approached me carefully and stared at my hands. Probably used to getting fed here. Sorry, friend, I don't have anything with me. Of course, the squirrel could not understand me and continued to sit there waiting for treats. I felt sorry for it because I didn't have a crumb of bread in my pocket. I realized that I was ashamed to look in its eyes, and decided to move on. After some more wandering, I came to the washstands. Turns out that he is not in the forest either, or at least not in the surrounding area. And going further is just frightening. I walked to the washstand, took off my shirt, and tried to wipe myself down because I was all sweaty. However, it wasn't so easy. I wouldn't be able to get out of the wash bowl, and there wasn't even a ladle. Suddenly I heard footsteps from behind. I turned around. The electronic was walking in my direction. Looking for Shurek. Yes, you too. Me too. Listen, you know him better. Where could he have gone? Don't have a clue. He answered sadly. Oh, sorry, that was more of a... I don't know. Yeah. Well, I just don't understand why everyone has made such a fuss during the night. Wasn't he in the cabin with you? Then he can't have been gone for too long. Maybe he went for a walk. You don't know Shurek, said Electronic excitedly. He is a he is a fanatically he is fanatically dedicated to his work. His life consists of robotics and cybernetics. People like him are one in a million, no, in a billion. Unless I look up to him, he's a man of steel. He is Stalin. No, simply triumphant. The moment he looked, at that moment, he looked like Hitler making a speech in front of a crowd of thousands. His gestured back. Oh, okay. So what? So what? You don't understand, do you? No. He spends all of it, you see, all of his free time in our club. All. So disappearing like this is just unusual for him. Of course. Seems like Electronic calmed down. Okay, he looked at me intently. Are you gonna wash? Not really. Just rinse off a bit, it's hot. Me too. He looked around. I wish there was a bucket or a ladle, something to get more water with. Yeah, I noticed already. Let's do this. He walked behind the washstand and pulled on one of the taps. In my surprise, the end turned up, and rather than pouring into a wash bowl, the water splashed up almost 90 degrees. You could manage to wash yourself that way. And here's Shurek. Very. I forgot about this scene. I forgot about that this is a thing that this game has. Meanwhile, Electronic took off his shirt and then squatted. It seemed like he pulled down his shorts. I couldn't really tell because the washstand that he was behind concealed him up to his waist. He directed the stream towards himself and started to sing something quietly. Okay, we're not gonna, okay. I stood astonished, not knowing what to do. He seemed to notice it. I'll wash myself and then let you use it. Gosh, I got such a massive chill. Well, you know, I just really have something to do, gotta go, all the eccentricities of Electronic. The moment I just saw was the weirdest one. Hey, what's up with you? A cold shower in such a hot day is the best thing ever. No, that won't do. And anyway, I gotta go. I put on my shirt quickly and ran back into the forest. I don't know what got into him. I don't know. Maybe he's just always like this and you don't know. Oh, something about going to lunch. The canteen was crowded. I couldn't stay unnoticed. Olga Dmitrievna called me. Sorry. Okay. Simeon, come with us. The camp leader, Savia, and Electronic were sitting at the 4-seat table. And I went and get my food. This time I had to spend several minutes in the queue. Today's menu didn't really differ from any other day's menu. They just look at the all the same, at least. When I sat at the table and wished bon appetit to everyone, Olga Dmitrieva said. So, what are you thinking? About what? We searched for Shrek all around. It's noon, he's nowhere to be found. I took a note of the rhyme, but I didn't want to plan it out. I did too. Okay. We looked all over the camp. I went even to the neighboring forest. Olga Dmitrieva looked at me. And I? Help too! We must call the police. Maybe we should wait until the evening. I asked lazily. Maybe he went home. That can't be. Shrek lives thousands of miles away. By train. The nearest station, she paused, is far off. Now it was getting interesting. Every time the conversation moved to the point concerning whether I could leave Sovianuk or Sovianuk, all the camp inhabitants started changing the subject. How far is far? Really far. Gambler looked at me, indicating their effort with her expression that asking more questions not advised. So, we should go deeper into the forest. Maybe we got lost. Let me check the time on this. Oh, geez, I'm really big. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end it here. I guess I'll finish up this little bit. So we go deeper into the forest. Maybe we got lost. Shrek always takes a compass. Chimed in Electronic. I wonder what else he could found. What could be found in his magic vest, assuming he has one. If I was to get lost in the forest, a compass really would be of no use. Police! We should call the police in the evening. Not right now, at least. Okay, so you'll do it later? We were all silent. We should be able to find him before evening. Oh, if he is actually lost and we have no time to lose, we cannot be sure. Then where is he? Where? There's some truth in camp. The leader's words. Hiding the whole day is just that suspicious. Why would he do that? Shirk seems to be, to me, like quite a serious pioneer. Lorna would have been better. Oliana would be a better fit for this behavior. There's no good reason to believe that he was gone. Oh crap! All that we've done has already been done. Now we just have to wait. Savia, Electronic, and Olga Dmitrieva looked at me sorrowfully, but didn't say a word. If I can speak it in English, that would be helpful. Dot dot dot. I finished my lunch, checked my tray bag, and left the canteen. I guess we'll end it here. Still the first half of the day. But I think I'm going to end it here. We'll move on. Next episode. This was a episode and a half. Sorry if things are kind of boring. This is kind of the slow part of the game. Arguably, this entire game is kind of slow. And I sadly cannot even give any of the justice. See, this game is best read, is played by yourself. When you do all the voices in your head. And, give them stupid roles and whatnot. I think that is how this game is best played. Simeon is an idiot, and that's really fun to make fun of, but you don't really have another option. You gotta make fun of him. So, if you play this game yourself, I would suggest that you do, and, play it how you would play it normally. I'm trying to go for Oleana route. But yeah. Anyway, I guess you did enjoy the episode. If you did, remember to like button, do that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.